Welcome, welcome, welcome back to Module 3, Lesson 3. And today is going to be lots of fun because today is all about the story, the narrative. So sit back, get comfortable, and enjoy the story. Once upon a time, in the deepest of winters, a queen was admiring the falling snow when she saw a rose blooming in defiance of the cold. Reaching for it, she pricked her finger and 3 drops of blood fell, and because her blood seemed so alive against the white snow, she thought, if only I had a child, white as snow, lips as red as blood, hair as black as the raven's wings. And as if with the strength of that rose, soon after a daughter was born to the queen and king, and they named the child Snow White, and she was adored throughout the kingdom. A baby sees their mother's face and sees themselves. It's reflected in the mother's face what the baby sees and who they are. A child is seen through the eyes of their parents, and therefore it is reflected, mirrored to them who they are and that they are loved and cared for. The caregiver mirrors values, and it mirrors caring and love, which we internalize as worthiness. And this is how the hypnosis of who we are and who we are supposed to be has started. The stepmother as an archetype, and all an archetype is a universal and recurring image or pattern representing a typical human experience. But the archetype of the stepmother in the story of the Snow White, but in general in our population, is cruel, unkind, strong, powerful, and goes about getting what she wants, which is mirrored to us from family, society, friends, etc., as bad characteristics. We even demonize those strong character traits such as assertion and getting what you want as being bad for you. The world mirrors to us certain traits that are more feminine, that we internalize and believe to be true, as if those traits are more better. Those traits are more feminine. So when we are anything but these kind, maternal, caring things, we're thought of as bad. Which we internalize as shame. The shame of not living up to the expectations, and by extreme with ourselves, we place ourselves last and making everyone else's needs and not our own a priority. When in reality, the wicked stepmother and Snow White can be thought of symbolically, the good and the evil sides of our psyche. They are connected by their mutual need to be accepted and loved. In this archetype, beauty and youth is equal to your worth. The stepmother is simply one part of us, and it's not necessarily a bad part. The liquid gold of the mirror that society has taught us, what we have learned, is the issue. What is mirrored from our external world stirs up feelings in us of jealousy, anxiety, anger, hatred, insecurity, pain of rejection, which we internalize and start to believe things such as I'm not good enough, my words don't matter, nothing can change my life, I'm stuck in a situation forever, I'll always be not quite right. When I talk, no one listens. If I start a business, no one will support me. I can perhaps never be successful. All those internal dialogues which are incorrect that we believe to be true. So it is our job during this process. So let's start to reflect on the reality that we have created for ourselves and dare to burst our own mental bubble and accept the both parts of us, the good, the bad, and the ugly, because they are all the dichotomy of who we are. I want you now to go forward to the next module where we start to unpack this storyline just a little bit more.